Okay, so I've had a bit of a strange day, and these videos are kind of like my therapy. So I'm just going to talk through the therapy, and I don't care who sees or what they think or whatever. But yeah, so um, I was speaking with this girl, Harriet, and I liked her. I mean, I don't know her. I've never met her, but she seemed quite nice because we were having a conversation, and I guess it was about William, which was kind of I was having deep feelings for him, so I liked just talking about him, even if it was in a negative way or a positive way. There's good and bad and everything. I have negative sides and stuff, so I kind of liked just wanting to build up a trust, so I can find out like what she knows or what she thinks, and I didn't see anything wrong with her. Now William himself was like, "Oh, stay away from her. You can't trust her. She's fake," and just like putting her down in quite a large way. But yeah, I kind of I don't want to just believe something just because someone's told me it. That's not how it works. You have to actually do the research for yourself and find out what they're like. And so yeah, I've been having a conversation with her, and okay, she's been trying to put me off William hugely by just saying loads of bad things, like he's got hundreds or maybe loads and loads of sex tapes, and I don't know, saying lots of negative things. And it doesn't. Negative sides don't really bother me, but I guess sometimes they do, and I like to hear someone's opinion and stuff. And I have been listening to her opinion, and we I think we've got on a lot. More, I don't really talk to that many people. And it's weird how spoken. She's texted me quite a lot, whereas most people who I speak to online, it's a couple of text messages and then I never hear from them again. So I've had more text messages from her than a lot of people. I think there was one girl back when I went to Cyprus for about a month, and I know there was a girl there who I was talking to who seemed to be kind of like a friend, and really all she was basically doing was saying how she was Mary and how she had a list of evidence, but her list of evidence was absolutely shit. It was like, yeah, here's some pictures and this is proof that I'm Mary, and then I was born on this date, which happens to be this day on this calendar on I don't know, it was just very very vague and basic, and there was like no proof whatsoever that she was God. And yet when I tried to give her my evidence, it was like a million times better, and she just wasn't listening. I felt like she was only just talking to me because she was trying to prove to me that she was God, and it wasn't working. And when it wasn't working, I made a video to prove that she wasn't God, and she ended up blocking me, and I actually got my account sort of half deleted, or set. I couldn't do much with my account for 6 months because of her, and she really pissed me off because of that. I was trying to help her, and she ended up just. She said she was the arm of God, and I was like, yeah, the arm that hits me. But anyway, um, and occasionally I get people contacting me, and there's a lot of people out there that like to think that they're superior, and that I have answers, but I only have some answers, and it's just really like it's not one person that's annoyed me. It's a huge number of people who've done it over the last 9 years. I'm right about this. Okay, yes, you're God, but so am I. We're all gods, and you're just a god, and you just need to find the Father. I'm searching for the Father. You'll find him too, and you just need to listen to the Holy Spirit, and as time goes on, you'll be more and more like God, and it's just I want to fucking punch you. I'm fucking God, not you. And it's just so, that hurt my knuckle. But yes, it's really, really pissed off. And I'm not pissed off with one person. So don't think that the anger is raged at one person. It's raged at a huge, huge lineup of people who believe that they're better than me. They have the answers. That I only have some of the answers. That I'm actually just a vessel for God. And that I'm just like, God is just vesseling in me at some points. And the rest of the time, God is vesting in other people because I'm not special, and I try to tell myself that that's the truth. And every time I do, I just end up falling asleep and then having a miserable life, and then nothing makes sense when I start thinking about things logically. But anyway, I'm really, really pissed off with these fake friends who like to make out that they're on my side, that they're helping me, and then every now and then they just give you like little things, little tiny like pinpricks that just kind of hurt a bit. And I'm confused about Harriet, because on one hand I do like, I think I like, I don't know her, but she seemed nice, but I don't know her. And then just every now and then she would kind of just be encouraging me to stay away from William. And oh, it's fine, it's William. It's just it's, you know, just move on. Pretend that um, pretend that you don't. You know, if you like someone, you can't help it. Now, I know he doesn't want me to use his name or anything, and he generally might not want me, and that is pointless, regardless to whether he wants me or not. That is not the point. You know, I had this massive fixation on Martin. Okay, he was a guy who I met, and I knew him for 3 times, but in the bigger scheme of things, you know, I think Martin represents the Son of God, who is just everyone on earth. And I had this huge amount of love for him, not because I actually liked the guy. I mean, he was 17 years older than me. He wasn't particularly attractive. I never understood why I even liked him. He didn't really say anything nice. He looked back at all the text messages, and I'm thinking, how could I love this? And then you stop looking at the text messages and think, where is he? I want him. It's like this attraction towards someone you know nothing about, or the things you do know about him you don't even understand. The point is, Martin represented, this is how gods are. Gods are not the same as humans. They have a fixation towards things happen for a reason, and I feel like part of that what they do is to demonstrate what their higher self is doing. And you know, the old age, people of the old age is probably represented by this Martin character. Good, you know, I had so much, I tried to look after them, I tried to do my best. I wasn't some god who just came, had a baby, and then disappeared for thousands of years. And you know, I have been helping. Okay, there's been lots of problems here, but the good thing about death is you can take the good ones and then bring them into this age. And so, you know, anyone that died 2,000 years ago, you know, I was doing them a favor if I killed them, because do you know what I could do with their soul? I can bring it into this age. Now, what would you rather be? A poor peasant who gets tortured and whatever back 2,000 years ago, or would you rather be living in this age, born into a nice wealthy family with a big mansion or whatever, you know? So, and the same thing can be said with this, you know, what would you rather? Would you rather be a normal average person here, or would you rather be born in a nice big mansion in, you know, in the future or whatever? And it just, death is not a bad thing if you look at it in that perspective. If you look at it from God's perspective, knowing that God can reincarnate anyone and put their soul in, you know, in a better family or a more loving family. It's not just necessarily about rich or whatever, but you know, God can do that, and therefore death is not a bad thing. And yeah, I'm so tired of people telling me that I'm right about so many things. I'm just not right about this, that, and the other. And it's just like, no, you're not right about this, that, and the other. Whatever you think I'm wrong about, it's probably what you're wrong about. And I'm just sick of people like, I listen to people, and I if I don't have an opinion, or if I'm open-minded, then I'm very happy to listen to people and even be told what to do. If I, you know, I want to go on to Big Brother, and I don't know really how I want it to play out. I don't have an idea of how I want it to play out, and therefore I'm happy to let you make the decisions for me, because I don't really have an opinion. If my opinion is open, then I'm open to your opinion. But yeah, when it comes to my religion, you can't tell me that I'm just a vessel for God, because that is a massive insult to everything that I've gone through, and it's just saying that you don't really know me. And the thought that I might just be a vessel for something else just sounds like I want to freaking punch that thing that's done that to me. And then I kind of realize, well, I feel like something has punched me, and well, that same attitude that I had is just reflected back on me. So I'm just torturing myself. But yeah, I'm not a vessel. I'm not seeking the Holy Spirit. No, the Holy Spirit is an evil spirit, and I guess I am a bit seeking that in a way, just because I want to punish people. But anyway, it is complex, and I know that I do need to listen to people, because sometimes they say things and it sparks something in me that's like, you know what, I think that's actually right. But yeah, I am confused. I have been confused about Harriet, because I do like her, and I'd love to see her as a friend. And then I came up with this fake friend song, and it kind of reminded me of loads of people, like all the singers and celebrities who I thought were helping me, and then it just turned out they're ignoring me, and I still have no idea when they found out about me, or what they know, or if they know, or you know, I don't know anything. I feel like I'm living in some sort of dream where I can't control anything, but at the same time my higher self is controlling everything, and it's just trying to drive me crazy. But yeah, I I don't know, but what William said about her being fake and it's just going to deceive and lie and stuff, that was all coming into my head too. And it was like, I'm more tempted to believe William because I feel like my soul has chosen him as the new Martin. Now, whether we're actually going to be together, I don't know. I was wrong about Martin. I was wrong about Martin. We were never going to be together. Um, and I thought that I didn't believe that was the truth. And now I do believe it's the truth. Plus, I don't really want to have a kid with a 51-year-old. He'll be probably 52 soon, and it will never be the same. I think me and William look good. Now, does that mean anything? No, because I probably look good with a lot of people. There's a lot of good-looking people out there, and I just never have talked to them or stuff. So I don't know what's going to happen or what the future is. I just know that she kept putting me off William and I kept saying to her, yeah, I'll find someone else. Really in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, of course I won't find someone else. And then I'm thinking, whether does she even know that I'm God? Like I've told her, I've shown her the evidence. I feel like she does know and she does believe and she's supporting me. But on the other hand, she's telling me to stay away from William and saying it's my decision. Of course, it's all my decision. And it's just, I know, but it's not really my decision. It's my higher self's decision. William wasn't chosen by me. I mean, I've liked Martin for 9 years, and the second he comes along, suddenly I'm wanting to dump him. Why? That's not normal. That's not human decision. That's something higher up. And the fact that all these songs seem to be tying to him, and even that fake song, it's just there's a blonde guy in a bin, and it's just kind of like, it made me think that, oh, she's making me try to put William in the bin and think that he's the fake one, and then I'm getting confused, and then it's like, someone's fake here, and then I don't even know if someone is fake. Maybe someone's just winding me up. I'm thinking too much. I know, thinking too much. Stop thinking. But yeah, I've had, that's just explaining my day. And then I've also had the complication of getting really pissed off about 6 main costumes, which I probably shouldn't even be angry about, because at the end of the day, so what if I lose an extra £3? It's just I think it's the idea that someone is paying £6.30 for something. They know that the postage was, £3.30. They know that I would probably pay 50p postage. They know I'm going to make 250 on it. And it's not X rental. I kept saying the word X rental. It wasn't X rental. It was X shop, not X rental. So they're supposed to be new. They probably are. They're probably people who've bought it and then returned it. But I don't even know. Like I bought 1,000 of them, and I've sold so many of them, and not one person has asked for a refund. And then on the last bunch that I sell, I get someone wanting a refund, and then you get tied up with this. Not only do you have to pay for lose the money that you spent on the postage, or to have to pay the extra postage. I just think that's way too harsh. Why, if a description is pretty much correct, you shouldn't be having to. The seller shouldn't have to. It wasn't my fault. It is. I don't even know if there is any marks on it, to be honest. I mean, I know they weren't that great and they weren't great quality, but come on, I'm stressing over it, and I shouldn't stress over it because it's nothing. But I feel like my higher self is stressing over, the idea that the seller should have to lose out on so much money just because the buyer isn't happy. I mean, I think that in itself, God is selling something. God is selling a Bible. God is selling knowledge. I'm selling knowledge. God is selling stuff. And okay, a lot of it is shit. The Bible is shit. And so many other things are shit. But whatever God is going to sell next, people aren't going to be grateful for it. They're going to think, oh, I don't want that. That's not good enough. That's not perfect. I've got dyslexia. Therefore, they don't want me as a Christ. And I think that's the deeper meaning behind it. I am going to sell myself as Christ, as God, and a lot of people are just going to see my imperfections, and they're going to say this isn't good enough. And I know that that's going to happen, and I want it to happen because I want them to be angry. I want them to go mad over it, and I don't care, because at the end of the day, this is what you're going to get. Now, I'm not perfect. I'm not going to be perfect. I don't want to be perfect. And this is what you're going to get. If you're seeking Christ, me is what you're going to get. There's no other Christ. Well, unless you're talking about Lily, but that's a long time in the future. But yeah, and I know a lot of people aren't going to be happy, and they're not only going to want their money back, they're going to want their time back. They're going to want all the hours that they've spent going to church, all the stupid prayers that they make to God, when in reality they should actually be praying to the animals that they've just murdered to eat. That's what they should be praying for. But anyway, they're not going to be happy with the news that I give them. And they're going to be very, very angry about it, and they're going to want, but I'm not paying anything back. Any time or any effort they've put into God, and only to be disappointed and find me, I'm not going to give them shit, nothing. And I will give them something. I'll give them a taster of my madness. Because another person said that, it was a comment that made, that I'm mad, that all my children, she feels sorry for my children because all my children are going to be mad. Well, guess what? You're one of my children.